Hello, Facebook. Hello, Instagram. All right, let's get our recipe page up with us. I saw that some of you had just found me on Facebook, so this is your first time joining. If this is your first time, I'm Natalie, and we're going to get cooking. So let me get the recipe page so we can all find each other, and I'll be cooking together in the same kitchen today. I look forward to this like every week. It's always so fun cooking with you guys. You're always so nice and always so fun and always so exciting. You never know what's going to come up when we're cooking live. And you never know what's going to happen. There's been stranger danger. There's been a lot of things. And I'm not going to embarrass myself the whole time. Well, I try not to. Anyways, it is a beautiful snowy day here in Minnesota. We got about 4 inches on Tuesday, and now we just got like another 6 inches of snow today. So my brother has a snow removal business, and I help him out when there's big snows like this. So I've been out shoveling snow all morning, so it's been really fun. So I thought that I would show you some of my like tips and techniques on what to do on like a busy day when you're like, oh, I can't even think about cooking. I just want to like just throw something together and just eat something really fast, which I kind of did today, kind of didn't. We had some leftovers in the fridge. But I'm going to show you how I would have done it but I didn't want to use up all my ingredients because I was going to use it today. But I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on that. And then I'm going to show you how we're going to actually get this apple jam to work. Because I know some of you were having some problems getting your apples to break down. And you were asking about, do I peel it? Do I add water? What do I do? It's starting to like burn. So I'll show you how I did it. And then maybe that'll help you see how to make the apple jam. And we're going to spice things up a little, because my original apple jam recipe in my Volume 3 cookbook, there's no spices in it. It's just plain apple. But we're going to spice it up, and we're going to add like some cinnamon, some nutmeg, some yummy things. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Megan from Toronto. Hi, Vancouver Island. Hi, Doris. Welcome from Vancouver Island. So we're going to start out with the apple jam recipe from my Volume 3 cookbook, or Cooking with Joy. It's in the sauces, seasonings, and sides. And I recently updated, well, not recently, maybe a couple months ago, I updated my, I think, Volume 7 cookbook to include the apple jam recipe, because there were a lot of recipes in there that had the apple jam recipe. And this is the volume that I forgot. This is like the really, really, really first like edition copy, and I had forgotten to put the Volume 3 the apple jam recipe in it. So thankfully I know it by heart. But, oh, Nicole, hi, Nicole. Oh, I always look forward to this and schedule around it. Thank you. That is so fun. Oh, well, I feel honored that you move your schedule around for me. And Lori, I'm excited. Me too, Lori. All right, let's dig in and let's start cooking. Joyce, hello from Pennsylvania. Beautiful day here. Please keep snow out there. I'll keep all your snow. My brother's really happy for this. He just got a new V-plow, and he's really happy for this weather. So I'm happy for him, too. And I think it's pretty. All the trees are covered. If you saw the picture I posted. Oh, my favorite time. All right, so we're going to start with our apple jam. So I just have some apples. These are store-bought apples. They're organic. I think in the original recipe, I just used apples from my tree. I have no clue what kind of apples those are. Hi, Aunt Patty. She went back to the cities. Hi, Aunt Patty. Judith, hello from Organville, Ontario, Canada. Kimberly, hello from Minnesota, the land of snow. Yes, it is. It is the land of snow today. It's very fun. Let's see. These are Gala apples. So I know some of you had said that certain apples will break down easier. So we're going to try these out, see if they work. I don't know. I'm not really picky with apples. Hey, it's an apple. I'll take it. I love, love, love apples, Penny. Me too. They're so good. Kathy, hello from Qualcomm Beach, Vancouver Island. I probably said that totally wrong, but I tried my best. That's what really counts, right? All right, so we're just going to take some apples, and we're going to cut and core them. You don't have to do them too small. If you have one of those apple spiralizer peeler thingamajiggers, you could use that too. I did use that in a couple of my jars of apple jam, and it was kind of nice. They were really small chunks then, but it all depends on what you want. You don't have to mash these. Somebody had asked, do I mash them? You don't have to. Oh, Brittany, hi. Hi, Mom, in her room down in the hallway. over there. Hi, Mom. So we're just going to cut these apples up into pretty big chunks. About like this size. Here, I'll show Instagram, I'll show Facebook. About like this size apples. It's not too particular how big or how small. So then this pot is not hot. I'm just going to throw all my apples in there. I'm going to save one apple for our chicken salad. My mom was just saying that, oh, I should make a tuna salad. And when she said that, I'm like, oh, I want a chicken salad. I'm not really a tuna fan. It's a little too fishy for me. Hello from Texas. I love watching you. You're so sweet and genuine. Oh, you're so sweet. You just made my heart smile. Well, thank you. And thanks for watching. Hi from, I can't say that name, Stan, from something Washington. Haquam. I'm not even going to try. I just tried, but I'm not going to. Hi, Stan and Michelle. Love you guys. Lori, how many apples will we need? I only have 2 left. That's the great thing about this recipe is you can use 1 apple. You could use 10 apples. One time we had bought like big, huge bags just full of apples one fall. It was a great apple season. And then I had a giant pot, and I did it with that. So you can do it in a small pot, big pot, how many apples you want. I'm going to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do 4 apples today, and apples are always such different sizes. So it's not too particular how many apples you're going to use. You can peel them. I don't like to peel the apples because a lot of the nutrition is in the apple skins, so I like to leave the skins on. But if you're like, ooh, I don't like apple skins, you could peel them too. It's not too particular with that. So just biggish chunks of apple. We're going to do this with all of our apples. The first time I had made this, I'm like, wait a second, this isn't working. You're supposed to add water or something, right? Because it's so dry. But surprisingly, it cooks down and it gets all the juices to come out, and it's just so good. And then when I did that with that huge bag of apples, then I froze those apple jam jars, and now I'm still having them. I'll take one out every once in a while and just use it up. It's really fun. Hi, Brittany. I'm in my office. Sweetie, hi from Toronto. So glad to be here. Love sharing my Thursday afternoons with you. Me too. It is so fun. I look forward to this every week. It is so fun. I just love cooking with you guys. You're always so enjoyable and happy, and you always have such good questions and good ideas. And you guys are really nice when I do random things that I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. But you guys are very forgiving and very loving. So fun. All right. So we're going to keep chopping our apples. So again, they're not like so uniform or anything, just chunks of apple. You just kind of chunk your apples. And again, you could dice them really small if you want. Hello from Croatia. Annabella, welcome. So fun having you. Kathy Young. Hey, Natalie, so excited I get to watch you live today. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. My air fryer friend from Texas. She's the one who got me inspired to use my air fryer, and I've never gone back, and I've never been disappointed with it. It is so fun. Makes everything so crispy, and it cooks pretty fast. I like that too. Annette, good afternoon from fellow Minnesotan. I got out of carpool. Hubby's going to watch you. Woohoo! Welcome out of the carpool. So glad you're here. Thank you for joining me. All right, so we're almost done chopping all our apples. Just don't want any of the seeds. Well, I mean, you could put the seeds in, but they wouldn't be very good. Kathy, you look adorable in hats. Aw, thank you, Kathy. I had hat hair from shoveling all day, so I thought I'm not going to scare away everyone with the hat hair. So I thought we're just going to keep going with the hats today. It's kind of nice. Then you don't have to think, oh my goodness, what does my hair look like today? We're just putting a hat on. Okay, so we're almost done with the last apple. Kathy, could we do air fryer recipes one week? Ooh. Okay, Kathy. I like it. We'll do air fryer recipes. That is really hard to say. That's a tongue twister. Air fryer recipes. Next week, we'll do an air fryer recipe. I was thinking somebody had suggested, oh, can you do an Alfredo recipe? And I was like, yeah, we're going to do it. And then the snow hit. And then I'm like, no, we're not going to cook complicated recipes. Because I'm like, I don't know how long I would last with that today. So I'm going to show you what I do on days where I'm like, do I want to cook? I don't have much effort, but I love cooking with you guys. So, I mean, I could cook all day. Okay, so we added our apples. There's nothing else in this. So I'm just going to put this pot on my stove, and we're going to turn it onto high heat. And we're just going to let it heat up. There's nothing else in this. It's just apples so far. Now, I think I'm going to let it start to cook a little bit, and then we'll add the spices. But normally, in the original recipe in Volume 3, you don't put any spices in it. It's just apples that you just cook down. Oops, I'm going to put on the small burner. But this one, we're going to spice it up a little because my friend Norma, we had a Bible study, and she brought crock pot apples. You can do this in a crock pot, I guess. You just put it on the crock pot, turn it on, leave it on. She put, like, all these seasonings in it. I think it was just cinnamon, and, oh, it was so good. So I'm like, you know what? We're seasoning this today. I want to try some. It was like apple pie. Cindy, I'm in the western suburbs. Shrubs. Are you in the shrubs? She's in the western. Okay. She's in the western suburb of the Twin Cities. Oh, that is so fun. Small world. Hi. You don't have to peel apples? Thanks. No, you don't have to peel these. You can, but I like to leave the peelings because it leaves most of the nutritional value in the apples. But again, if you don't like, because they get soft. It's kind of like baked apples where like the peeling gets really soft. I'm just going to stir these so they don't burn. And I don't really notice the peelings in it. I don't know about the rest of my family. I try to twist their arm and be like, hey, try this apple jam. And they're like, no, I don't want to try your jam. Or sometimes they're kind of chicken to try my stuff, which I don't know why. Or sometimes they're like, no, I'd rather have something else. So I don't know what they think about it. I don't know if, have they tried the apple jam? Let me ask my dad. He's right over here. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Have you tried my apple jam?
Recently?
I don't know, at all?
Yes.
Yes. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good.
My dad said, yeah, it was good. So
Tart.
I got, what?
Tart.
Oh, it was tart. He said it was tart. Now, he doesn't eat strictly sugar-free, flour-free. So that's a big compliment coming from him. Okay, so my apples are starting to sizzle. So this is where you kind of want to stir them pretty often because we don't really want, like, burnt apples on the bottom. Hello from Alberta, Canada. Welcome, Kimberly from Canada. So fun having you in Minnesota. Do you guys have any snow in Canada yet, or is it all Minnesota so far? Like, you could do this with as many apples as you want. I had a big old pot, and I did it, and it just cooked down perfectly. You can kind of tell because they start getting a little soft. So I'm going to set the timer now because they're nice and hot for 10 minutes. Because in about 10 minutes, they should be nice and broken down and nice and soft. So we're just going to keep stirring these. And then just kind of let them sit. Just kind of stir over them once in a while. I think we're going to do, at the 5-minute mark, then we're going to add all our seasonings because it should start breaking down about then. I'm going to add sea salt. My favorite is pink Himalayan sea salt. Cinnamon, and then some nutmeg. Because then it'll kind of be like an apple pie with the nutmeg and cinnamon and all that stuff. And maybe we'll do just a pinch of allspice. Because that really gives it that apple pie flavor. You could do some ginger. You could do just pumpkin pie spice if you want. Now I can kind of tell the apples are starting to get softer. They're starting to break down. Don't like that one. One little tiny nasty part on the apple. Don't want that in there. You can do this with different fruits. You could do this with blueberries or strawberries. You could make like a strawberry apple jam where you do strawberries and apples. I've done that before. This works really, really well with rhubarb. Rhubarb apple jam is really good. So if you don't know, oh, I have all this rhubarb, I don't know what to do, the only way to eat rhubarb is adding all the sugar and stuff to it, you don't need to do that. Did you reduce heat from high? No, I have not reduced the heat. You leave it on high like the whole 10 minutes. It sounds a little crazy like you're going to burn it, but it doesn't. Vicky, hi. Oh, that was the same comment, reading the same one. But no, you don't have to reduce the heat. Just make sure you stir it quite often. Otherwise, it can burn to the bottom. Turn my blower on. But yeah, the first time I made this, I'm like, wait a second. You want me to leave the heat on high for 10 minutes, and it's not going to burn the apples. It doesn't. It breaks them down, gets them nice and soft. So it's been about 3-4 minutes, and my apples are already starting to break apart a little bit and get a little bit like, not like soupy, but like apple saucy kind of. This is a great recipe if you are a banana hater, or you're allergic to bananas, or you just don't like bananas as sweeteners in recipes. You can use this apple jam. It makes a great, like, natural sweetener for recipes. Because I know there are some people who are allergic to apples, or not apples, bananas, or they just don't like them, which I don't understand that. Bananas are like, we go through bananas like water around here. We really like our bananas. They go in everything. They go in mango bakes. That was so fun having the mango bake contest this last week. You guys are so creative, and I love seeing all your pictures and all your like different creative twists. Once we're finished with both our recipes, then I'll be announcing the winners. So I had one lady message me. She said I was gone at a funeral and I couldn't participate in the mango bake-off, and I really wanted to. She's like, are you going to have another one? And I said, oh, yes, because it was so fun having this bake-off that I think we're definitely going to have another one pretty soon. Because that was really fun. It's a different recipe. Maybe it'll have to be a new recipe that's not been made before yet. That would be really fun. Because then everybody would be on the same playing field. Nobody would get to experiment before or anything or try it out. So I'm going to show you my apples. So they're starting to kind of like get smushy and broken up a little. Can you see that? So that's what they should start looking like. No water added, nothing else added, just the apples. So it's been about 4.5 minutes. So now I'm going to add my seasonings. I'm not going to measure, but I'm going to add, so this is about 5 apples. So I'm going to add about a teaspoon of cinnamon. I really like cinnamon, so I want it really cinnamony. So I'm just going to keep going till it gets nice and cinnamony. And I might add some more cinnamon later. Then I'm going to add about 1/4 teaspoon nutmeg. And then some sea salt, about a 1/4 teaspoon also. Or a pinch or a dash, whatever you think. Ooh, I'm going to grab some maple extract, and we're going to make this with a little bit of that too, because I think that'll be really yummy. And then just a little pinch of allspice. Allspice is very overpowering, so you don't want to use too much of allspice. Alright, so let's stir this, make sure our apples don't burn. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Nice and spicy. Alright, I'm going to grab some maple extract. You could do almond extract, vanilla extract, no extract at all. So I'm going to let this cook, kind of flatten them out a little bit, because they're starting to get nice and soft. Megan, how come you're not using a non-stick spoon? You might ruin your pots and pans. That's a good idea. I don't even know if I have a non-stick spoon. Huh. I never even thought of that. Thank you, Megan. I'm going to look into that. I think I might have like a silicone spoon. So I'm going to add about 1/2 teaspoon or so of the maple extract. I'm going to have to remember that, because I've never even thought of using a non-stick spoon. I don't know, I just grabbed the first spoon I saw. Okay, I'll have to look into getting a non-stick spoon. Usually I would use like one of those big metal spoons, but it was way over there and I'm way over here, so it's a little hot on my hands. So we got about 3 minutes left And everything's starting to get nice and broken down and nice and saucy. So in the original recipe, it calls for about a tablespoon of apple jam or chia seeds. And that's just kind of helps thicken things a little bit. But I'm not going to do it in this recipe because it's not, it depends on what fruits you use and how like wet and soupy your mixture gets. Your apples, depending on your apples, it could be a lot of variance depending on, it could be the time of year for apples. It could be, I don't know, depending on all that stuff. So you could add a tablespoon of chia seeds or just skip it and just put it in a jar. It works too. Patty, a wooden spoon. Oh, I don't think I even have a wooden spoon. Oh, so that's a long story. I'm not going to get into that. All right, let's see if I have a longer spoon because this is really hot in my hands. Aha! I have a nonstick spoon. Thank you, Megan. I'm going to use this now. Pampered Chef spatulas work with heat too. Oh, that's good to know. I'll have to look for some of those now. Whenever I go to thrift stores, you never know what like fancy cooking utensils. That's where I found my donut maker. That's where I found a lot of things at thrift stores that are so fun, like cooking utensils. All right, so we got about a minute and 53 seconds left. And I don't think I'm going to add any more seasonings. I think this is perfect. So what I'm going to do with this apple jam is I'm going to make a parfait tomorrow. Or, no, because I just had a parfait today. I'm going to make an egg waffle, or 2 egg waffles. Make them like cinnamon and a little bit of salt and maybe a little bit of maple extract. Just 1 egg, whisk all those together. Put it in a waffle maker. Let that cook, get nice and crispy. Then put this on top with like a spoonful or 2 ounces of Greek yogurt. Whoops. Figure that out somehow for my protein and stuff. And have like apple pie waffles. That's what I think I'm going to have for breakfast with this yummy apple jam. And what's nice is this apple jam, it's only fruit. So you just count it towards your fruit. So you can have 6 ounces for breakfast and or lunch, whichever one. So you could have a lot of apple jam, or you could split it up, do like 3 ounces apple jam with some other things to finish off your fruit. It's very fun. And this freezes perfectly if you want to store it long term. Just put it in like a ball jar. This is what I'm going to store it in, just one of these jars. We had some pickles. I saved the jars. So just stick it in here and then just put it in the freezer. It freezes perfectly and it thaws just perfectly. So we got about 20 seconds. And again, I haven't reduced the heat at all. It's been on high the whole time. And everything's getting nice and saucy and broken down. Time is up. So I'll turn this off. Oh, it is perfect. All right, here is the apple jam, or stewed apples if you want to call it that too. Here's the apple jam. Don't forget to announce, oh yes, thank you Mom, I have the flyer right over on the side. So here's the apple jam. So I'm going to let this cool before I put it in the jar because I don't want to burn myself. So we'll set this to the side. And while that's cooling, we'll start on our chicken salad. I'd love to know more about breakfast waffles. I've done the cauliflower rice and carrot waffles before. Okay, they're really fun and really easy. And before eating non-sugar, non-flour, remember having like popovers where they're like crispy and they just break apart and they're really airy? That's what these egg waffles do. So you take a waffle iron, heat, and just lightly oil it. You don't need much. And then, let's see. Let me just answer Lori real quick. Well, my Honeycrisp apples haven't broken down yet, and they're burning. Oh no! Maybe Honeycrisp apples are too hard for apple jam? Just keep stirring them. Maybe they'll break down. Maybe reduce the heat and cover it and let it steam a little bit. That might help soften them. Or you could add like a tablespoon or 2 of some water. Try that. Honeycrisp do at a lower heat for a little longer. Take a bit more to break down. Shannon said, turn your heat down a little bit and cook it a little bit longer for Honeycrisp apples. Thank you, Shannon. But yes, so the egg waffles, heat and lightly oil waffle maker. Take 1 egg, you whisk that, and now you can make these savory or sweet. Well, not really sweet, so savory or like cinnamony because you don't add anything to it. So you take your 1 egg, you whisk it with, I'm going to do cinnamon, a pinch of salt, and some maple extract, just a splash and pinch of each. Whisk that up, pour that in the waffle maker. It doesn't look like it's going to cover everything, but kind of tilt your waffle maker, make sure it covers everything. Close the lid, let it cook for like 7 to 10 minutes or even longer depending on your waffle maker, how hot it really cooks it. Don't peek at it because your waffles get really angry when you peek at them. Just let them cook, let them do their thing until like steam stops coming out the side. Just let them cook. And then they'll be like crispy. They're like perfect. And weigh it after you cook it because usually I have found 1 egg comes out like to 1 ounce. And that's 1/4 of your protein for eggs. Because eggs are 4 ounces for your full protein. So if you do 1 egg waffle, that's 1 ounce. That's 1/4 your protein. So you get a lot more stuff on top. It's very fun. I missed the beginning. What kind of apples did you use? These are Gala apples, but I've used just apples from my tree outside. I don't know what kind of apples those are. I've used some apples that I bought from a local tree farm. Those were some nice apples. Those broke down. These broke down for me just fine. Egg waffles, kids' favorites. Me too. They're so good. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our chicken salad from volume 1. I wanted to show you. So I like to kind of show you guys my little Aldi's finds because if you have an Aldi's around you, you know you got to check there like once a month, once every 2 weeks or so because they'll have like such random cute cookingware. So this last time I found little mini cast iron skillets. These are my new little favorite things. I bake everything in here. They're 6 inches and they're awesome. You can do it on the stovetop. You could do it in the oven. You can go from stovetop to oven. I've made like the mango bake, but I made more of like a cinnamon apple one, and I made that in here. It was perfect. So these are my new favorite things. I found these at Aldi's. They're about $5, which, I mean, that's pretty decent for little mini cast iron skillets. And then you don't put these in the dishwasher. You wash these by hand, and then they come pre-seasoned. You could Google how to season it. I have no clue. I just spray it with olive oil, rub everything down. Then I found a couple weeks ago this single-serve 8-inch pizza pan. So I make the chickpea blondies in here. I make the chickpea pizzas in here, and this is like the perfect size. Because I know some of you had asked, oh, what size baking dish? What size this? What size that? And usually I don't know, but this says on it. So now I know what size this is. So these are my like latest Aldi's finds. It's so fun to go in there. I'm always like, let's go down the little random aisle because it's a grocery store, but then they have all this random cooking stuff. I'm like, let's go down that aisle, just a peek. You never know what's going to be there. So that's what I found. All right, let me put this to the side and we'll keep cooking. Look, love my little cast iron skillet. Me too. It is so fun. I've never been to Aldi's. Nicole, you have to find an Aldi's by you and get there. That place is fun. They have the best whole milk Greek yogurt. It's like it's a white container with a red top, and it's Friendly Farms. It's whole milk. It is the creamiest Greek yogurt I've ever had in my whole life. I ran out this week, so I'm using my just Walmart brand Greek yogurt, which is okay. It's not my favorite, but it works because I like Greek yogurt almost in everything. I knew you were going to say Aldi's. I feel deprived here in Austin. Oh, well, Aldi's, Amazon. They're my 2 favorite friends when you can't. All I have around me is an Aldi's and a Walmart. So I see all you guys going to like Trader Joe's and finding all cool stuff there, and I'm like, Aldi's. Yay, redemption. The Honeycrisp apples with a bit of water added and heat turned to low with the lid on. It's working. Yay, Lori, you did it. You're doing it, Lori. I'm so excited. Okay, yeah, so Honeycrisp apples. Turn the heat down, let them steam a little bit longer because they're stubborn apples. But that's okay. You're doing it, Lori. The Aldi's fun aisle. Yes, that is the fun aisle. I agree. I can't help it. Every time I'm like, even if we're in a rush, I'm like, I can rush through that aisle. I just have to look. You never know. Okay, so we're going to make the tuna salad recipe from my volume 1. But in quotations, I have you could do chicken or chickpeas. So if you are vegetarian, you can still make this chicken salad. Just use chickpeas. That is a great salad with some mashed, like just lightly mashed, so they're just kind of crumbly chickpeas. Have seen the new roasted veggies at Aldi's in the frozen section. I haven't looked there. Every Aldi's is so different. You never know when you go from a different Aldi's, like in a different town or something. I'll have to look. See, pre-roasted veggies that are frozen. That is genius. I have to look there. Hey, Natalie, this is your friend Amy. Hi, Amy. Thank you for doing this. Oh, Nicole, you're so nice. Well, thank you for watching. Okay, so we're going to make this tuna salad recipe from my volume 1, or it's in Cooking with Joy, but we're going to stray from the recipe just a little bit, and I'm going to add some seasonings. I'm going to change up the vegetables just a little bit because I want a little bit more variety than just celery and onions, and I'm not going to use the mayo. I'm going to use avocado instead. So I'll just kind of show you how, like, I would take a recipe and just tweak it to what I have on hand or what I feel like making that day, or just kind of, I'm not feeling mayo, I'd rather use avocado or something like that. You could use ricotta cheese, whole milk ricotta cheese. You can do 2 ounces for a full fat. So you could do that instead if you want it like super, super creamy. All right, so we're going to start with our chicken. I'm going to move this. So we're going to do 3 ounces chicken. This is just some baked chicken I baked last night because I made some chicken chili. And then this is just leftover. I'm like, hey, I think we need to make a chicken recipe. All right, so I'm going to add 3 ounces. I'm going to kind of break it up, shred it a little bit. Or you could cube it if you want more cubes. A rotisserie chicken would work good. This would be a good like meal prep dish where you can just do a couple of these in containers, leave it in your fridge for a couple days. It works great. You could do it with tuna also. Or chickpeas. So chickpeas, you wouldn't do 3 ounces. You would do 4.5 ounces chickpeas for 3/4 protein. Because beans are a different protein weight than meat is for full protein. So you would do 1.5 ounce more than the 3 ounces chicken or tuna. Because that's 1/4 of a protein. Or you could do 3 ounces chickpeas and then side it with 1/4 of a protein. Or a different 1/4 of a protein. You could do like pecans, 1/2 ounce pecans. You could do walnuts. That actually sounds really good. Chicken walnut salad or something. Or some pecans. Those are yummy too. Alright, so we're almost at 3 ounces. 3 ounces. Alright, so let me get the chicken off my fingers. Alright, I gotta see this comment. Penny, guess what? I just received my 2 books, Whole Food Plant-Based Vegan Volume and Simply Delicious 14-Day Meal Plan. I'm so excited. I just made the delicious chickpea cookies. Oh, those are one of my favorites too. So delicious. Thank you, Natalie. Yay! It's like early Christmas. That is so fun. Oh, I'm so glad they arrived. Nicole, I'm asking for your cookbooks for Christmas. Oh, that is a fabulous Christmas idea gift for yourself, because usually people ask me, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, I don't know, something. But yeah, that is a fantastic gift, because that's really a gift that will just keep on giving. Really yummy things, it'll just keep on. It's like Christmas all year long, then. It's so fun. Cashews go in chicken salad. Ooh, Susan, cashews, yes. Maybe I should have did a little less chicken and did some cashews. I actually have some. But too late. It's already in there. But yeah, you could do some cashews if you're going to make the chickpea one to finish off your protein. Which books were the cookie in? That is from volume 1 also. I'll show you these are like a house favorite, the chickpea cookies, or the chickpea blondies, or cookies. You can make them either way. Let's see. Here's the chickpea cookies. This is what they look like. Show Instagram, show Facebook. They're so good. And a new favorite that I like to do is I'll spread them really thin on the pan and make like 3 big cookies. And then I'll do, instead of the fruit on top, I will do blueberries and kind of just press those on top and then bake the blueberries in it. Oh, that's good. And then for your fat on the side, do like an ounce of cream cheese. So good. That's one of my favorites. My sister has been doing that, and I drooled a little bit when she did it. It looked so good. Okay, so now I'm going to do 6 ounces total of celery, and I have just some mini bell peppers, mini sweet bell peppers, just some of those, and some onion. So I'm just going to do a total of 6 ounces of these. So I'm going to wash my celery. I just have a bowl of vinegar and then just a bowl of water. Really gets everything nice and clean, and it's just quick and easy. Alright, so we're going to chop these pretty small to add to our bowl. Don't chop your fingers. Somebody had posted a picture that they made one of my recipes, and then they're like, and it's really easy to have on the go because I'm on the way to the ER. They had cut their finger. I'm like, oh no, don't do that. I've done that. I've cut my finger. I've done many things. I was using a mandolin and I was pushing and it cut my finger just a little bit. I didn't have to get like stitches or anything, but that hurt. So, oh, that is not fun. Then you know a recipe is good when it has blood, sweat, and tears in it, you know? It's worth it. Alright, so I'm going to do about 2 little mini bell peppers. If you have big peppers, you can use those. You could do tomatoes, or if you have any other favorite vegetables, you could do peas in this. Cooked peas, those would be yummy. That's the fun thing about some of these recipes is you can really make it your own. Just kind of like, this is what veggies I have on hand, or I kind of feel like having some peas for lunch, or that just sounds really yummy, or that's my favorite vegetable. Make it your own. Alright, so we're going to do 6 ounces total. We're not there yet. Just going to keep chopping. And then we're going to finish off. Oh, I'm not going to do 3 ounces of onion. That's probably a little bit too much onion. I'm probably going to do about 1 or so ounce, just so it totals 6 ounces, because this is going to be a lunch recipe because I'm adding fruit to it. And this onion has been in the fridge since last night. I think my dad had some onion. So I don't think I should cry too much. I'm going to turn this on also so I don't get fumes in my eyes and cry again. That's one thing, is if you're going to make a mistake or do something crazy, just try to do it once. Alright, so I like to score my onion before I chop it, because then I'll show you, then when you go like this, it's all nice and diced. See, then it comes out a little nice diced. That's just one thing I like to do. I think I saw it on like a cooking video or something. Alright, so I'm going to add, it was about an ounce and a half of onions. But you just kind of do it to the ratio that you like. So I think I'm going to do a little bit more celery. I like the crunch of the celery, and I like the juiciness of the celery. It's really fun in it. I'll wash these 2 pieces. Alright, hopefully this will get to 6 ounces. Okay, so we got 6 ounces. Exactly. That's pretty satisfying, getting it right on the nose. It's pretty nice. What are you making today? We are making chicken salad, Amy. Okay, so now for my fat, I'm not going to do mayo. I'm going to do 2 ounces of avocado for my fat. So I'm going to zero the scale. And we're going to slice. Usually 2 ounces is about half an avocado, depending on how big or how small your avocado is. So I'm just going to score my avocado. And then I'm going to take a fork or spoon. I'm going to use a spoon. We're just going to scoop it out. want 2 ounces. Another thing, so you can freeze the apple jam to store it, you can freeze avocados, because you got about an hour before they go rotten on you, between ripeness and rotten. So you can freeze them. So I like to do it where I'll peel my avocado or I'll chop it and stuff, and then I'll put it right in a baggie, measure 2 ounces of it, put it in the baggie. Then I have 2 ounces frozen avocado just waiting for me in the freezer. I put it on taco salads. It thaws really nicely. I have used it as like an avocado dressing where you kind of mash it into things because it thaws just perfectly. It doesn't look as pretty as like a ripe avocado would, but it's nice. Then you're not like wasting avocados when they rot. And if you find them on sale, buy a bunch, freeze them. It's really fun. Amy, are you making 2 things today or 1 thing? Well, we made apple jam and now we're making chicken salad. Oops, my scale just moved. All right, we want 2 ounces avocado. All right, so now we're going to add 6 ounces total of grapes and apples. So I'm going to take 1 apple. I'm going to dice it. Now this I want a little bit small dices, or small pieces. So then you kind of get a little bite of apple in each bite of your chicken salad. You could even add like lettuce to this chopped salad if you want it a little bit more like lettucey. That's kind of fun. I like that your scale hasn't gone to sleep on you. Me too. This is the Escali Primo scale. I got it off of Amazon, and it's supposed to stay on for 4 minutes, and it really has. That was like one of the things that really sold me, because my sister and mom had the OXO scale, and then with 3 of us in the house, I'm like, you know what, we each need our own scale. And I'm like, I'm just going to see if there's other scales out there. I had tried buying some scales at Walmart, or just some like cheap little scales, and I don't know, they just didn't cut it. They would turn off all the time. They weren't very accurate. It was hard to see the reader part. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to Google the best scale that there is, the digital scale. And they compared this one and the OXO scale, and they said that this one is more accurate, especially if you have like a big pan and you're like measuring back here. It's not going to be as accurate as like this little scale. And I've really found that this scale, it measures really quickly and it stays on for 4 minutes. And with the raised little scale thing here, I can still put a big pan on and just tilt it back a little bit, and you can see everything. So I really liked it, and it comes in really cute colors, and it was pretty cheap. I want to say it was like $20, $25 on Amazon, something around there. So it's pretty cheap for a nice little scale, and I haven't had any problems with it. It measures really accurately, really fast. Yeah, Escali Primo, and it comes in really cute colors. Is it mushy after being frozen? The avocados. So they're not like, you know when you get like a brand new avocado that's just perfectly ripe and it's like crisp and just a little bit hard? It's not like that. It's more like this avocado is super ripe and it's just ready to be eaten. So it's a little bit mushy, but not like, ooh, this is mush. Does that make sense? It's hard to explain, but it's not bad. And it depends on how thawed you get it before adding it to whatever you're eating it with. Because, I mean, more frozen, the harder it's going to be. Perfect. 6 ounces, apples and grapes. Nicole, brilliant avocado idea. Right? It's so amazing because you have like 20 seconds before the avocado like turns rotten on you, and then you're like, what do I do? It's so fun. It took until now, but the Honeycrisp apples are finally amazing. Apple jam! Yay, Lori, you did it! Woohoo! So exciting, Lori. Oh, so glad you got it. Okay, so we have our 6 ounces fruit, grapes and apples, 6 ounces vegetables, which is tuna, onions, peppers, 3 ounces chicken, which is 3/4 protein, 2 ounces avocado, which is our fat, and now this is where you get like the creamy part. So instead of adding a whole bunch of mayo, like normal recipes you find on the internet would have, I'm going to add plain Greek yogurt. You can't even tell the difference. I've tried it with instead of the avocado, with using mayo instead, and this tastes like pretty much the same. Like I didn't even notice the difference. Oh, Lori said it's delicious. Yay, apple jam experience. I'm so glad you got it. It was so fun cooking with you. Natalie, I can't find the apple jam in your volume 3. It is in the sauces, seasonings, and sides in the very back of the book. Otherwise, I had posted it online also. So I'm going to do, to finish off my protein, I'm going to do 2 ounces Greek yogurt. So we got 1.9, 2 ounces. Okay. So then this is where we're going to stray a little bit more from the recipe. Nicole, do you always cook with Natalie? Oh, you're asking Lori. That is so fun. I know. I was just thinking today because somebody had asked, oh, I want to have all the ingredients so I know what recipe you're making. And I'm like, oh, how many of you actually do cook with me while I'm cooking? That is really fun. So let me know. Comment below if you're like actually cooking the same time I'm cooking. We're cooking together, even if you're watching the replay after. Okay, so this is where I'm going to stray from the recipe, and I'm going to add some lemon juice. I'm going to add half an ounce of lemon juice. So I'm going to 0 the scale. Or you could add just a splash, but I really like lemon juice. And if you're going to leave this in the fridge overnight or a couple days, this lemon juice will help the avocado and the apples not to brown overnight. Then I'm going to add a pinch of salt. Do I have that in the original? No. I don't have any seasonings in the original recipe. Now, when you have like really coarse sea salt, you can actually add more than you would with the fine grain sea salt because it's not as salty. Kristen, I made the apple jam with you. Yay, Kristen, thanks. Lori, no, this is my very first time. So fun. Oh, I love you guys cooking with me. So fun. All right, so now I'm going to add a pinch of parsley. I really like parsley. Let me grab it over here. Parsley and basil, I think, are one of my favorite seasonings. So I'm going to add like a pretty big pinch. My guess is about a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon. And then I'm going to add a pinch of garlic salt. Maybe I won't do the garlic salt because I already did salt. I'm going to do garlic powder instead, just a pinch. So it's going to kind of be more of a ranch seasoning because you can make your own ranch seasoning to things and it's really fun. So this is pretty much a ranch seasoning in this because I'm going to grab some dill. Let me find my dill. Here we go. Dill weed. So I'm going to add about the same amount, or I would say that's about a half a teaspoon or less of dill. But if you really like dill, add some more dill. If you don't like dill, skip the dill. That's the beautiful part about this. So I think I added all the seasonings I wanted. So now we're just going to mix this up. So I'll show you before I mix it. Isn't that beautiful? You get to eat this whole bowl of food. It's so fun. Me too. So fun. Oh, Lori, that was so fun cooking with you. You did the apple jam. And you figured out the mystery of the apple crisps. The crisp apples. That is so awesome. And thank you, Shannon, for suggesting lowering the heat and making it nice. I maybe should have gotten a bigger bowl. But we're going to make this work. Oops, we lost a celery. That's okay. Maybe I'll grab a bigger bowl. This is just, you just can't stir it well in a small bowl. Here we go. This is perfect because this is also a Tupperware, a glass one. I kind of like the glass ones because if you put like soup in there or something, you can heat it up without thinking, oh, I'm melting plastic. All right, so I'm going to pour this in here, and then we can really get to mixing. Now, you could mash your avocado and make like an avocado chicken salad more, but I'm going to kind of leave them, I'm not going to mash it too much because I want it just nice and chunky. We've got our beautiful peppers. We got all our yummy seasonings. So it's going to kind of be like ranch. Oh, it smells so good. So this would be like a great, you could meal prep this, make a bunch of these, leave them in your fridge, And then you'd have lunch for like the next couple days. It'd be great. Bake a bunch of chicken. Use some for dinner. Use some for lunches. All right. So here is Vicky. Could you post the chicken salad recipe? Thank you so much. You can find the chicken salad recipe in my Volume 1 cookbook. It's under tuna salad, but I added just half an ounce of lemon juice and then just a pinch of dill weed, sea salt, garlic powder, and parsley. And then I just put that all in there, mixed it all up. And then instead of the mayo, I did 2 ounces avocado. And that's about all I changed. And then I used the chicken instead of tuna because the recipe says tuna or chicken or chickpeas. And then I did just a little bit different vegetables. So yeah, you can find that recipe in my Volume 1. Natalie, do you ever make recipes without nuts for people with allergies, or do you know of any good substitutes that can leave the person full? That is a great question. I don't have too many recipes with nuts in it. I do have some. Like this tuna salad recipe, there's no nuts in this. Unless, I mean, you were going to put nuts in it, which you wouldn't have to. You could, a substitute for nuts, chickpeas are a great protein source. Those are really good. You could make the egg waffles. If you're like, oh, I need a little bit more protein for this meal, you could do the egg waffles and either dip that or put that on the side. This would be delicious on egg waffles. If you're doing, you could reduce the chicken by 1 ounce and then make an egg waffle and have that with it. There's tons of things you could do. Let's see. I have my little sheet right here on my fridge telling me what's what. Cheese is a great nut substitute. Greek yogurt. I really like Greek yogurt. I put that pretty much in almost anything and everything. Pumpkin seeds. That's another nut. Yeah, you could do a lot of, you could almost do any protein. Either have it on the side or put it in. Like this, if I didn't want to do the chicken, you could do a hard-boiled egg in it too if you wanted to. You would do 3 ounces hard-boiled egg, or you could do 1 hard-boiled egg, which would be half your protein. Then you get another fourth of a protein. So those are just some things I would try. Yeah, try chickpeas. Chickpeas are so great in recipes, and really they take on whatever flavor you put them with. So like if you had them in this salad, they would pretty much take on the whole flavor, and you wouldn't even know it's in there. Well, you might, just a little bit, but. Lori, that looks so delicious. Thank you. I think so. I'm excited for lunch tomorrow, because I already had lunch today. But this is lunch tomorrow. So here we got our yummy chicken salad with all our vegetables and like our ranch seasoning mix in it. Okay, now that we did all our cooking, now I've tallied up all the scores. I got all the people's choice. I got everything. So now we're going to announce the winners of the Mango Bake Off. All right, let me grab my notebook. So we're going to start with the most creative recipe. Lentils instead of chicken or black beans. Yes, Lori, that is a great idea for chicken salad. All right, so we're going to start with most creative recipe. And this, I went with, so how we scored this was, it was the most creative twists on the recipe, the original recipe of the mango bake. So this one scored in at 8 points. I'll show you the picture. It's so gorgeous. So I'm like, should I show you the picture? I'll show you the picture. Let me show Instagram. The winner of the most creative was Linda Steele. Linda, you have won the most creative for the Mango Bake Off. Linda Reeves. Sounds good. How much yogurt was it? It was 2 ounces plain Greek yogurt. That's 1/4 of your protein. Yes, so Linda, you have won the most creative. So I will show you the prizes before we keep going. So I have a plethora of prizes you get to pick from if you are one of the winners. So I have OUR t-shirts under Operation Underground Railroad. That is for they save children from human sex trafficking. Oops, I'm dropping everything on the floor. Okay, we're dropping more things. So here's one t-shirt you can pick from. I have a bunch of different sizes. So if I don't have your size in one style of shirt, I might have it in a different style. Here's another one. This is it in red. I actually have this one. It's really cute. I like it. It fits more like a men's, so it's nice and loose where you'll get like the women's fit. This one fits more like a women's fit, so it's a little bit narrower. This is Shine Your Light. So you get to pick, if you're a winner, you get to pick from all these different t-shirts. Or, this is another one, Force for Good. And then I have this one. This is a woman's fit. And it says, Join the Fight. This is really cute. Put this there. And then this is the last one. ORU. This is a woman's fit also, so it's a little bit smaller. Then, if you don't want a t-shirt, if you won the Mango Bake Off, I specially got, so Christy McCammon, Life Unbinged, she created a 100-day food journal. So, if you don't want a t-shirt to win one of those, you can win one of her 100-day food journals. Aren't they gorgeous? I kept one for myself too because I got these from her and they were so gorgeous. So I have one also. So then you start your food journal date. Then it has, you can cross off 100 days to keep you going. Then it has, so then you write down your breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And then you write down your protein. She has like all the things on the side. Then she has thoughts and feelings for that day. I'm thankful for on that day. It's just all these really cool things, and it's a 100-day journal. So it's 100 days. Yeah, and they're really nice. They're spiral bound, so it's really nice. So you could win one of these or a t-shirt. So Linda Steele, you won the most creative. Okay, the most creative recipes. Let me put this to the side. All right, for our next winner, we have, so we have a couple winners. So the most beautiful, I could not pick. There was a complete tie. I just couldn't pick. I even had all my family like help me. I'm like, guys, I don't know what to do. These are both so beautiful. So I'm like, you know what? It is a tie. I cannot pick. They're both the most beautiful. So Kathy Young, you won for most beautiful. You tied with this one, with Janice Delory for most beautiful. I'm sorry, the picture is so small. You two have tied for the most beautiful. Congratulations, ladies. You did a fabulous job. You can find these pictures if you want a more close-up of them. So I will contact you, or you contact me for your free prize. Then we have People's Choice. I had all of you vote. And the winner for People's Choice is also Janice Delory. So Janice, you win 2 prizes. Congratulations, you were People's Choice. It was close. There was only a 10-point difference. It was so close between Janice and Kathy Young also. So it wasn't just me that had a hard time picking the most beautiful. I mean, those were gorgeous. The details, there's even like scalloping on the flower, and then just the colors that Kathy picked behind it. Oh, they were just so gorgeous. I was drooling with my eyes. It was just amazing. Then we have the most personable with Kelly M. Likes. You won the most personable. I just loved that picture that I'm like, you know what? That is a winner in my eyes. That just won. I just love it. That's her husband. He's holding his mango bakes. So Kelly M. Likes, you won the most personal. And then I scored also on your background, the background of the picture, not just on the mango bake, but the presentation. And the winner of that, let me find the picture. I didn't get that one up. I don't know why. That one goes to, let's see, Pat Veneri. I mean, just look at this picture. Let me get it so you can see it really nice. Just look at that. That background, just the setup with the blues and the flowers. It's just so gorgeous. So Pat Veneri, sorry if I'm saying your last name's wrong. You won the most beautiful background, the most beautiful presentation background table. So thank you everybody for joining in on the mango bake. That was so fun. We will definitely have to do another bake off because, oh, that was just so fun having everybody join in and seeing all your beautiful creations and seeing your excitedness about it. So fun. Then I accidentally closed my computer, but so we got to keep up. Kathy, woohoo! Yes, so exciting. Oh, that was so hard to vote. I might have to like hire somebody else to vote for me because I'm like, they're all so beautiful. I'm going to just pick them all. I'm like, oh, that one looks good. That one looks good. Oh, I drilled on that one a little bit. They just all look so good. It was so hard to pick. You guys all did such a fabulous job. Round of applause for all of you. Bravo, bravo. Natalie, I like a red shirt. Amy, if you want to get your own shirt, you can go to our.org and you can get it from their merch. These are for the giveaways. Who was the creator of the food journals? That was, let me grab it, created by Christy, can you see that? Christy McCammon. You can find her website. It's lifeunbinged.com. Lifeunbinged.com. Here's her website at the very bottom of each page. Can you see that? Is that close enough? Here you go, Instagram. You can see too. Okay, so yeah, you can get, she has her food journals for sale too. And I think she has some other things on her shop. They're really adorable. And I like the spiral bound. That is really nice. Then, coming November, we were sitting here and I was doing some work on my computer and my mom's like, you know what? You know what you need to do? You know what would be so fun is if you had, you know, like your live cooking show like we're having right now, if you had that in person. And you had like a tea party. And you had giveaways and stuff too. And I'm like, oh, that would be so fun to get together with all my favorite friends. And we will have it online also, so you don't miss out. But we're going to have Let's Get Cooking like live in person. It's in Minnesota, so I mean, hey, get a plane ticket, come join us. It'd be so fun. So fun getting us engaged in healthy meals. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Congrats to all the winners, and thanks to you for cooking videos and sharing your wonderful recipes. Oh, thank you, Linda. You're so sweet, and thank you, Kathy. Yes, thank you all for watching and joining me. I mean, this wouldn't be as much fun without you. So, Sunday, November 8th at 2 p.m., if you are in Minnesota, or if you want to come visit, that would be so fun to meet all of you. I just love you guys. You, Natalie, are a delight. Oh, this is such a blast. You guys, you're so sweet. Well, thank you, Lori. And good job, Lori. You got your apples to work. I'm so excited for you. So we're going to have a cooking class and demonstration, kind of like today, but more like involved. I'm going to have people come up and help me and see really how easy these recipes are. Bring your favorite fancy coffee cup or teacup because we're going to have free tea and coffee, and you can join in, and it'll just be set up real nice and cutesy and all this fun stuff. There's going to be prizes and giveaways and just a lot of fun. And then in case it snows, because we are in Minnesota, you never know what's going to happen from day to day. We have a snow date of November the 15th, so it's just the next week. So we're going to make some fun things. So if you are in the Minnesota area, come out and join me. It would be so fun to see you, to meet you, to show you some delicious cooking recipes. There's going to be a bunch of free stuff.
Food samples and tasting.
Oh, yes, there's going to be food samples and tasting. So if you are eating 3 meals a day, maybe save some of your protein and fruit because you might want to try some of these delicious things, and then that would just round off your meal. Or, no, there's no police there. So, I mean, no food police. So if you want to taste some, you can. Or you can save it for later. Whatever you want to do. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of fun stuff. All right, well, thank you for cooking with me today. Congratulations, winners. Hurrah. You did all so well. I loved seeing all your baking creations. Oh, I will show you the apple jam now that it's nice and cold. Let me grab a spoon to show you. So this one, I don't think I would have to add any chia seeds because it's nice and thick. We'll get that dangler off. That's not very pretty. And then, so there's some apple peel, but you don't really taste that. It's nice and smooshed. It's nice and soft. It's just really yummy on everything. It smells amazing. So yeah, try out the apple jam. Hi from Norway. Oh, yes. Oh, you had joined in on the mango bake contest. Yours was gorgeous also. Thank you for joining in on the fun of cooking. So fun. All the way in Norway. So beautiful. Love that country. All right. Well, thank you all for cooking with me. It was so fun today. I will be back next week. Suggest some recipes that we should make. Somebody had suggested the Alfredo sauce, so maybe we'll make that. Somebody else had said make some air fryer stuff, so maybe we'll make air fryer or some Alfredo. Suggest below also. Fun, fun, fun. Congratulations to the winners. Thank you for your fantastic energy, Natalie. Aw, Penny, you're so sweet. I'm glad you guys like my energy because if you're going to make food, you might as well be excited. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. It was so fun cooking with you today. I will be back next week, Thursdays, 2:30 p.m. Central Time, right here, Facebook, Instagram, recipe page. It was so fun. Congratulations, winners. I will contact you, you contact me, we'll get a hold of each other, and then I will get you your prizes. You can pick from them. So fun. I love you, Natalie. Thank you for cooking, and I'll see you at Bible study. Oh, thank you, Amy. So tonight we have a live Bible study, and I'm actually going to be sharing tonight, and I think this would really benefit people, especially with this way of eating where it's about food addiction and getting free from food, because I'm going to be talking about the battle in the mind. And we're going to really dig into things that get us stuck and things that our thought patterns really get stuck. So join me tonight, 6:30 p.m., Love of God Family Church Facebook page. And also I share it on my personal page as like a watch party. So it would be so fun having you join us, 6:30 p.m. Central Time tonight. Yeah, we're going to really get into things that get us stuck in our thought patterns and getting free from those and really overcoming things. So it'll really empower you, really inspire you. So yeah, join me tonight. Lori, I'm thrilled to add your apple jam to my repertoire now. Ooh, thank you. Yay, Lori, I'm so excited. Yeah, try the parfait that I put online just a couple weeks ago. I made it on the live. It was this apple parfait thing. The apple jam in that is amazing, so definitely try it in that. That was really good. Please cook zucchini lasagna. Ooh, sweetie, that sounds amazing. Okay, so yeah, suggest some recipes. We will figure those out. And join me tonight, 6:30. We're going to really get into things. We're going to really find out where we're stuck in our thought patterns and get free from those. My mom was preaching one Sunday, and she said, you are only one thought away from a good day. And I'm like, that is life-changing. I've been thinking that all the time now when I'm like, oh, this day or this thing came up, I'm like, I'm only one thought away from a good day. You're only one thought away from a good day. Just be like, oh, this is a good day, and it'll be a good day. All right, I could just keep talking forever because I love you guys. But yeah, join me tonight. It'll be really fun. And join me November 8th. That'll be really fun too. Gail, I made the parfait with the apple jam. Delicious. So Lori, Gail made it with the apple jam, and it was delicious. I might have to make one of those too. Oh, so yummy. Thinking about all this yummy food. I'm going to drill now. Okay, I won't drill again. All right, well, thank you for joining me. It's so fun cooking with you guys. I'll be back next Thursday. Join me tonight, 6:30. Love of God Family Church Facebook page or my personal page if you're friends with me. All right, love you guys, and have a great, fabulous day with joy. Natalie.